Today on MUFC Pulse, we'll dive into some incredibly intriguing news. Man United's dithering over bringing back Angel Gomez and Kobbie Mainoo's tricky call to stick around this summer. For more on this story, check out the video. We also have some equally exciting football news coming up, so stay tuned until the end to catch it all. Welcome to MUFC Pulse. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell for more updates. Man United's wobble over Angel Gomez return. Manchester United can sort out their positional woes for free this summer, and they've got to bolster their squad in a fair few spots this season, meaning not every deal can carry a whopping great price tag. Whatever goes down between now and the end of the campaign, this summer's transfer window is shaping up to be one of the biggest in Manchester United's history. If United fancy a player with a similar vibe, they could look at bringing back Angel Gomez. The United Academy lad's contract at Lille runs out this summer and he's tipped to move on, so he'll be up for grabs on a free transfer. Not hitting 25 until August, Gomez, who left United in 2020 after snubbing a new deal, is still a good few years off his prime. He made his full England debut this season after catching eyes at youth level for donkey's years. His slight build and nimble footwork make him a cracking little operator, able to push the ball up the pitch, dance out of tight corners, and generally boss things from a deeper role. He's been linked with a proper flurry of clubs lately, United included, and there's a fair chance he'll be back in the Premier League after 5 seasons over in France. Even though he's made cracking progress during his time at Lille, his developments hit a bit of a snag this season with fitness niggles and injuries. He's only racked up 20 appearances across all competitions and has kicked off just 2 of Lille's last 13 League One games, getting hauled off at halftime in both. Mind you, any player can have a spell where fitness goes a bit pear-shaped, but it's something United will need to clock if they fancy swooping for Gomez this summer, even if nabbing a player of his caliber for now is dead tempting. Kobbie Mainoo's big decision: stay or go. Kobbie Mainoo, the young Manchester United starlet, finds himself at a crossroads as whispers of a potential departure swirl ahead of the summer transfer window. Reports suggest the lad has his heart set on staying at Old Trafford, though, provided the club can sort him out with a cracking new deal. Talks have kicked off again between United and the 19-year-old academy gem, with the Red Devils keen to lock down his future well beyond 2027. The uncertainty over Mainoo's next move comes amid a proper sticky patch for United, both on the pitch and in the bank balance. The club's new Ineos overlords are plotting a bit of a clear-out to drum up some dosh, and Mainoo's name has cropped up as a possible exit. Word on the street is that Chelsea, those flashy Londoners, are leading the pack if he does fancy a move, with his price tag hovering around a hefty £70 million. Since he's homegrown, that'd be pure profit music to the ears of a club dodging financial fair play headaches. Still, it doesn't look like Mainoo or United are itching to part ways just yet. Negotiations for a fresh contract are chugging along nicely, and according to the folks at Givensport, there's growing optimism that a deal will be struck. The vibe around the talks is calm as you like, and the England international's top priority seems to be sticking with his boyhood club for the long haul. One sticking point has been whether Mainoo can slot into Ruben Amorim's fancy 3-4-3 setup, which has fueled some of the exit chatter. But the gaffer reckons the lad will fit right in once he's back from a niggling calf injury that's kept him sidelined for a month. Amorim clearly had faith in the youngster's ability to adapt and shine in his system. Money-wise, Mainoo's not exactly rolling in it compared to some of United's big earners. He's currently pocketing a modest £20,000 a week from the contract he penned back in February 2023. Now that he's made a name for himself in the first team and with England, there's a general nod that he's due a proper reward for his efforts. Word is, Mainoo's after a tidy pay bump to around £150,000 a week. Fair enough, you'd say, for a lad of his talent. He's even got his eye on an extra £30,000 a week sweetener if United can claw their way back into the Champions League. It's a sign of his ambition, and who can blame him for wanting a bit more brass in his pocket? Amorim, who rocked up at Old Trafford in November, has been vocal about his admiration for Mainoo. Reports from January indicate that he views the current challenges at the club as a difficult moment, but remains pleased with the teenager's progress. He believes Mainoo has the qualities of a top player, with significant potential to improve further, and is confident that the youngster is steadily developing alongside the rest of the squad. Mainoo's rise from the academy to the senior squad has been a proper feel-good story for United fans who've had precious little to cheer about lately. His knack for keeping his cool in midfield and popping up with the odd goal has won him plenty of admirers, both at home and abroad. For now, it seems like Mainoo's future is still painted in red. If United can get this contract sorted, they'll have secured one of their brightest prospects for years to come. Here's hoping the lad sticks around and becomes a proper Manchester legend after all. There's nothing quite like a homegrown hero lighting up Old Trafford. What do you reckon? Should Kobbie Mainoo stay at Man United, or would it be better for the club to cash in and make a huge profit? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to hit the like button on this video. Man United very interested in €20 million wonderkid transfer. Manchester United are reportedly getting quite keen on snapping up a promising young talent from across the continent. Sources have tipped off caught offside that the Red Devils have their eyes on Fenerbahçe's 19-year-old defender Yusuf Akçasak, a lad who's been turning heads in Turkish football. Word is, he's got the makings of a proper star, and it's looking more and more likely that he'll soon be packing his bags for one of Europe's big clubs. United scouts have been keeping a close watch on Akçasak, and they're buzzing about what they've seen. The feedback's been top-notch, with glowing reports piling up at Old Trafford after the lad's recent performances. He's clearly got something special, and the club reckon he could be a shrewd addition to their backline as they try to sort out their wobbly form. But United aren't the only ones in the chase for this Turkish gem. Caught offside reckon there's a whole queue of clubs sniffing around, including Arsenal, Tottenham, and Brighton from the Premier League, as well as Bayern Munich, Bayer Leverkusen, Ajax, Atletico Madrid, and Napoli. It's a proper who's who of European football, and Akçasak got plenty of options to mull over. The youngster's next step could be a defining one, mind you. He's got a bright future ahead, but picking the right club is no small matter. United might be a massive name, but anyone with half an eye on the game knows plenty of big talents have rocked up at Old Trafford in recent years only to lose their sparkle. Hardly the dream move for a lad on the up. Ruben Amorim, United's new gaffer, will be dead keen to bring in fresh young blood like Akçasak to shake things up. At just €20 million, the Turkey under-19 international wouldn't break the bank either, which suits United's need to tighten the purse strings a bit. Caught offside suggests that's the sort of smart business the club ought to be doing these days. Still, Akçasak might be wondering if United's the best spot for him right now. Arsenal and Spurs, those North London rivals, have been building something tasty of late, and even Brighton have made a name for themselves as a cracking place for young talents to cut their teeth. The Seagulls have a knack for polishing rough diamonds before they move on to bigger things. Brighton could be a clever shout for Akçasak. Truth be told, a couple of seasons down on the South Coast, getting proper game time and a bit of Premier League know-how under his belt might set him up nicely for a blockbuster move later. United's transitional woes and ropey results might not look half as appealing by comparison. For United to win this race, they'll need to pull out all the stops and convince Akçasak that Old Trafford's where his future lies. It's a tall order when the club's in a bit of a muddle, and the lad's got so many suitors whispering sweet nothings in his ear. Time will tell if they can seal the deal. At the end of the day, Akçasak got a big call to make. Does he fancy the bright lights and big pressure of Manchester, or a steadier path somewhere else? One thing's for sure, this Turkish wonderkid got the football world watching, and his next move could be a proper game changer. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know in the comment your opinion.